Welcome back to the channel. That's Mike Morgan running the skid steer there and on the TV from Outdoors with the Morgans. Today I'm building firewood baskets, and most of what I know about firewood baskets I have learned from Mike Morgan watching YouTube videos. There's a million videos probably out there how to turn IBC totes into firewood baskets. So I'm not going to bore you with a step-by-step of how I do it, but I say that and then I'm going to tell you how to do it. First, you got to get those two supports off the top, and then you can lay the tank down or the IBC tote down and pull that bladder out. Once you get that bladder out, actually the cage is pretty light. I think the bladder probably weighs about as much as the cage does. So like I said, once you get that bladder out, it's pretty easy to work with. Now there's one thing that I do different than anybody else that I've ever seen, just because I know me. I can just look at something sharp and I start bleeding. So there's something that I do that makes it a lot less likely for me to bleed all over the place when I'm loading or unloading these baskets. But yeah, I think this is going to be the way for me to go from here on out, to do my firewood. Make a lot less handling of the firewood, which I like the thoughts of that already. So I'm just going to continue cutting this out, and then I'll be back. I'll go outside where the furnace is not running, the TV's not going, the radio's not going, and we'll talk a little bit. All right. We walked outside, and furnace is not going, the TV's not going. I just put that TV in the garage. I thought it would be cool to watch TV while you're working. I don't know. Maybe it'll be too much of a distraction. I don't know. But yeah. Once I got the tractor, got forks for it, and then I just realized, man, I handled firewood way too much. There's a full basket back there. There's most of a full basket right here. And I had this old bed on that Nissan truck back there. Took it off because that Nissan truck's going to the scrap yard soon. There's nothing left of that truck. Frame's rotted away. Cab mounts are gone. The cab's gone. The bed was gone a long time ago. That's why I built this wooden bed. So I took the bed off, made a place for the firewood to kind of collect, and I set two baskets out here, and I load the baskets off here. Works out really well, because what was happening, the way I was doing wood before, this is up at Dad's house, I'd go out and get the logs, bring them in here, cut them into firewood rounds, split them, and then stack them up here. All right, every piece of wood, stack it, cover it, let it season, and then I would pick it up, usually throw it in a trailer, take it down to the house, take it out of the trailer, stack it where I could use it. So I was handling every piece of wood, every single piece of wood. 1, 2, 3, I don't know, too many times. So that's why I started using these IBC tote baskets. So that's what I'm doing today. So I got quite a few IBC totes that I need to get the totes out of, get the cages prepared. to put firewood in them. So I thought I'd bring y'all along. Whew, chilly out here. I'm going back in the warm garage. Now most people, when they build firewood baskets out of an IBC tote, they just cut those off with the Sawzall and leave it. But y'all been around my channels very long. You know how I like to bleed. I just couldn't imagine having them sharp edges out there. I would tear my arms and hands up. I would just be bleeding all the time. So I heat them up with a torch and I beat them around to where there's nothing sharp. I mean, I'd have to try really, really hard to find something sharp on those cages to cut myself on. I mean, I just don't know how these other people do it. I mean, a lot of people will cut them off and then put, like split a pool noodle and put around this opening in the basket. You know, I didn't see that working at all. So I just thought, well, I'll just heat them pipes and bend them around there, and then there won't be nothing sharp. And I was right. I mean, yeah, it adds quite a bit of time to building a firewood basket out of an IBC tote, but to me, it is well worth the time. And yes, this is galvanized, and yes, I know you're not supposed to breathe, you know, galvanize, but I don't do it very long. This day I built 4 totes. It took me, I don't know, it took me 2 or 3 hours, and now you can see the finished product. You know, those are bent around. There's nothing sharp at all. I mean, you just really be hard pressed to find a place on this basket now to spring a leak with. So that's how I like to do it. That's not like how most people do it. Little whistling diesel on the TV right now, but yeah, that's how I like to do it. Now there's something else that I do a little different than a lot of people. I like my firewood to be covered, so I take and cut the top out of these bladders, and I use it for a lid for the firewood baskets. You know, yeah, and I could use a tarp or something, but heck, I've got these bladders. I got to do something with them, so I end up just cutting them up, and I'll take them to landfill. But first thing I do is cut me a lid for my firewood baskets. So I'm recycling those bladders. I'm not completely wasting those bladders. It'd be nice to find something better to do with the bladders, but so I'll just take all these tanks, plastic tanks, once I break them down to either 4 sides or 6 sides, I'll just take them to landfill. Those lids will go on top of the wood, just like the one out back. I like to cover my wood. I don't like to leave the wood uncovered. Just don't. I showed you this in the beginning, but I'm not sure how close it was. I'll take you back there. Don't very often go around behind this garage. So, yeah, that's how I like to do my firewood baskets. If y'all could see my arms right now and my hands, you'd know why I like bend those around so they're not sharp. There's nothing sharp about this at all. There you go. That's how I like to do it. So as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Y'all have a great day.